What's going on, main characters? It's your boy Talks Too Much with Third Party Studios. Welcome back to the channel. And today we got a lot to go over. We're going to be talking about the Marvel 5-hour live stream announcement. It was super interesting to talk about. It was a fun conversation, so I think you guys will really enjoy it. With all of that said, let's jump right into the video. Hold on, intro. It's intro time. Shush, everyone shut up! All right, we do have a lot of stories to get into today, guys. So let's just jump right into our first one, and we are going to lead off with something strong. Something strong.
Right back into Marvel.
Ooh, love it.
Let's jump into it. So our first story of the day is not on screen.
Come on, producer.
Yeah, that's... hold on. We got to fix the thing, and... boom. Let there be visuals. Guys, okay, I apologize. That's on me. I own it. Editing mistake.
I expect better.
So we had the news comes from so on YouTube and on other platforms. Marvel Studios was live streaming a 5-hour live stream of them panning from chair to chair.
No, it wasn't even that.
Yeah, it was.
They set out one chair, wait 10 to 15 minutes, and then a guy walks in with another chair.
Was it Robert Downey Jr. just placing all the chairs?
I don't think so.
So we have the casting call. So it's basically the casting. We have about 20 something or so cast members who were announced in this teaser. This
There's a fuckload
promotional
of
material. Yeah, it was ridiculous, and I didn't recognize a lot of the names. I mean, I recognized Paul Rudd, Pedro Pascal, obviously Chris Evans. I mean, a few other names.
Chris Evans isn't in it.
Well, first off, I know that you didn't watch. First off, I know you didn't watch the whole thing,
Yeah,
and
I know everything.
Yeah, okay. Well, who's in it? Top to bottom? No, left to right.
Left to right. They started off with Chris Hemsworth, and then I got lost in the weeds after that.
Okay, cool. So you don't know. But anyway, they do have a lot of people in this film that are actually from the recent Marvel films, but they left out a lot of the female characters, and that's been pissing people off. Like a lot of the characters that were from the Marvels, from the like the Young Avengers, they left out
their dumb fucking Disney Plus shows that they put out.
Exactly. So that actually is going to be something that's like, first off, there's people who are already lost on the MCU who are just not into it at all, and they're only watching it for just try to stay up with the required reading. There's people like you, like me and Cody, who do like reviews on this and are just trying to give as fair of a perspective on it as we possibly can. But I mean, the truth is that I mostly consider Marvel to be a dead brand, and I'm hoping that what's Fantastic Four kind of brings us back to something resembling classic, good, fun Marvel.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I don't know, man. I don't know what to expect from this. I mean, when did you find out that Robert Downey Jr. was going to be back in Marvel?
I feel like it was almost right away after Endgame.
Right away? Okay, so like,
I think so. Like they announced it pretty quick. I feel like
it was
the announcement was in 2024.
So last year. So it was recent.
Fact checked.
You're fine. No, that's what he does.
I was literally just scrolling through it, and it's like, oh, Robert Downey Jr. cast in 2024. It's like, all right.
But well, and so like Robert Downey Jr. was on Joe Rogan when they were having their back and forth. So Robert Downey Jr. was on Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan's like, so you got to put the jersey back on. They're gonna do some multiverse thing, and they're gonna just have you come in, and all of a sudden the studio goes crazy, or the crowd goes crazy in the theaters because Iron Man walks through a portal, and Robert Downey Jr. just says, "Wouldn't you feel a little bit betrayed or like let down?" And so I think that his casting as Dr. Doom, in a separate universe where we're just talking Dr. Doom and we don't have an Iron Man to even think about, Robert Downey Jr. would do an awesome job as Dr. Doom, I think.
I think so too. I love that guy.
Yeah. So in a separate universe where you don't have to worry about the fact that he's playing Tony Stark and he's already died in the same universe, now you have him coming in as Dr. Doom. It feels a little weird. But
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I just don't like it.
I mean, I wonder if like Marvel supposed to be held to this higher standard of films? Like,
no, like Martin Scorsese said, it's like a roller, or it reminds him of theme parks or whatever. They're not peak cinema, but they're fun, and they can still tell good like character stories and whatnot. But I wouldn't say like a high standard. I hold it to the standard of like maybe Infinity War.
Well, and Infinity War, I think is fair. I think that's a fair. And you would
'Cause
even
that would be like peak
well, yeah.
Marvel.
So I mean, it has to live up to at least itself.
Yes.
I mean, the best stories that it's ever told, it would have to at least try to tell something similar to those or get close. My favorite of all of the Marvel films has got to be No Way Home. I think that closed a lot of story for 3 awesome trilogy sets. Well, 2 trilogies. One was supposed to be a trilogy, turned into 2 movies with Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. That's what I'm thinking about there. But
gotcha.
No Way Home, I think is probably the best we got from Marvel.
Yeah. I don't know. Doomsday, I think, is just going to be a cameo fest because it's already bloated with the announcement was 27 characters.
Okay.
And there's more to come.
Well, oh yeah.
Still more to come. They announced the Fantastic Four is going to be in it. They're bringing in Fox X-Men like Magneto and Professor X. Beast is going to be in it.
I love the idea of including like Patrick Stewart. I mean, this is probably going to be his last performance
They should have
ever.
rolled out a wheelchair.
That's his real wheelchair. That's not even like a prop. That's like his like from the nursing home wheelchair. This guy is barely hanging on.
Channing Tatum as Gambit from Deadpool and Wolverine is going to be in it.
I want that so bad. I
bet
really
Channing Tatum's really happy.
yeah. Channing Tatum's got to be like absolutely just blowing his load on that one. He's been wanting to play Gambit for a long time, and I've wanted a Gambit. I don't think he looks good as Gambit, but I think he plays the character just fine. I enjoyed Deadpool Wolverine. I thought
We'll see. We've only seen a little bit of him.
yeah. So I mean, 5 hours though is a long promotional.
And you know what
why
these-
would they do that?
You know what these assholes did right afterwards?
What?
They put a 1 and 30-second video on Twitter just scrolling through all the-
Exactly.
Some dedicated fans were
Yeah,
pissed.
you had like 100,000 people on YouTube just watching for like 5 fucking hours.
You have Marvel is probably monetized on YouTube, so they probably made back what they would lose from the film. I mean, all they had to do was put out some fucking chairs for 5 hours.
Then RDJ comes out at the end and says something that probably cost him like $2 million.
Yeah, he just goes shush. I'm pretty sure that's all he does.
Yeah, I just watched Nerdrotic's Nooner for like 4 hours, or listened to it while I was working while this was happening.
Do you think we'll get Fat Thor back ever again?
No. Which surprised me that we're getting Chris Hemsworth back as Thor, because he fucking hated Thor Love and Thunder. He's like, I'm only going to come back if we respect the character, which apparently they got him to agree to a script, so...
Well, I don't think he's been doing anything like lately. I haven't seen him in much. I think Thor: Love and Thunder is the last movie I remember of him being in.
Oh, that was only like 2 years ago, wasn't it?
I think 2023. I think that timeline's right.
Hey, didn't he make that that movie where he gets that kid out?
The Extraction
Oh,
movies.
Extraction, yeah. Isn't that kind of new?
Yeah, it's fairly new. He might be working on a third one,
Ooh.
which
Yeah.
would be cool because those movies are good.
Yeah.
Netflix has, I mean, okay, so side question, not directly related to this. What is I really love this promotional material because I can have it running in the background and there's no way to get copyright struck because it looks like a picture. It just looks, so we just let that run and we're
Just
good.
sit on Chris Hemsworth for 15 minutes.
So, so what is which platform do you think has the best like exclusives? Like, and I'm talking movies. Do you think it's Netflix has the best movie exclusives? Do you think it's Amazon Prime has movie like
Well, it's actually not Max because they license their shit out to Netflix. So technically, it'd be like, I don't know, mate. I guess probably Amazon because they're not giving their shit out to other streaming platforms.
fair enough.
But I like what HBO Max puts out
I think
a lot more than anything else.
when it comes to shows, I think Hulu. And I don't know that I would say that about their their current catalog, but I'll say that they had what was one of the show? Chance, and I believe The Night Manager was also theirs as well.
Yes.
So both of those were awesome.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing exclusively now because it's just part of Disney Plus.
Exactly. And so like
I don't think there's anything new and exciting is going on there.
do you
in
think
the Hulu sphere?
what do you think the role of like it's Ian McKellen? Who's
Gandalf, yeah.
Yeah, well, does he play Magneto as well? Yeah. So I'm actually really surprised his career path after The Hobbit. Do you know first off, you know who that is? The guy who plays Gandalf?
Yep.
Okay,
I
so
picture him.
So in The Hobbit, the guy actually cried on set because they went from doing practical visuals and like on scene like production to being in front of a green screen and recording standalone.
Yeah, he's not talking or acting with anyone in the scene, and it's just surrounded by green. He's like, "This is not what I signed up for acting for."
Yeah, and
Like, I don't think I can do this, Peter.
the guy, so the guy actually has a breakdown, and I feel for him.
And now he's gonna do the same thing in this movie because it's all gonna be green screen, or maybe blue. It might be a blue screen.
Well, and if you got to play the same role, I mean, if you're gonna play a recurring role,
he's probably gonna have a bunch of scenes. I won't even say a bunch of scenes because this movie's already bloated. But he'll have scenes with Patrick Stewart, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And that'll be fun for him because they're like best friends since X-Men 1.
yeah. I mean, God, that's such a fun trilogy to rewatch. The original X-Men trilogy from was it Fox who did those, or was that New Line Cinema?
It was 20th Century.
Okay, gotcha. It was those are actually fun to go back and rewatch because you got all like Hugh Jackman's like
getting cucked throughout the entire trilogy.
True, but I mean, like yeah,
Cyclops.
He loves Cyclops. He likes that one-eyed monster. He loves that.
He's just sitting in the cuck chair the entire time.
Well, I think that the when it comes to that film, I love that you have all of that cast being like young 30s, like old 20s.
Yeah, I'd say young 30s.
Most of them are like Hugh Jackman being like in his 20s or 30s. I don't remember exactly how old he was in those films, but
well, he's like damn near 60 or something now, ain't he?
yeah,
Looks good.
yeah, he looks great. And then he goes on and does Deadpool and Wolverine. He's like freaking Mr. America chiseled.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was CGI'd, but
Dude, don't like.
Deadpool made a joke about it earlier in the movie. He's like, "Oh, that divorce rate's getting to you or something."
Yeah. Well, so is there anyone in this film who you think can carry now? Is there anyone who in the Marvel franchise who's going to be the guy to hold the weight of the entire story?
I don't think there's going to be a singular guy. I hope they kind of fall back onto the Fantastic Four, though.
That'd be so that
Just
would
go forward with them,
Pedro Pascal would have to hold the franchise then.
which sucks.
So
Not a fan.
Tyson, you are a fan of Pedro Pascal? Like that's you?
Yeah, I like the guy.
I mean, he's good in everything he is in, but he's in everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's everywhere.
That's actually this.
Overexposure is my problem with Pedro, I'd say.
I have that same issue with like The Rock and Kevin Hart. Like,
No, they suck.
yeah, but I mean, well, The Rock had movies like in the early 2000s that were good movies.
The best one is obviously The Rundown.
The Rundown, but he also had Walk the Line. Wait, was it what?
Walking Tall.
Walking Tall. Thank you. Walk hard. Sorry, he had Walking Tall. I mean, he had a couple. I'm not saying that his catalog from the early.
Scorpion King.
I enjoyed
That's dumb fun.
I enjoyed the Scorpion King as dumb
I
fun.
like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hit pause on that movie quite a few
There's
times.
the CGI mummy.
The CGI, in the Mummy.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Made a quick appearance.
Dwayne, I didn't realize
That's what the Scorpion King branched off from.
as a
'Cause he
spinoff from
played
the Mummies.
Scorpion King in that Mummy movie. It was
Yeah.
just,
And then the Scorpion King was made, or
yeah, afterwards.
I love that little trivia. I do
the
love.
worst CGI in movie history.
I love that trivia. You had it right. So we had so when it comes to like The Rock, he was in everything, and so I was tired of it. He was in. They had no business casting him as Black Adam in DC, and that movie was
He was
horrible.
trying to take over DC.
He was.
And what's dumb in his contracts too is like he can never lose and blah blah blah, which automatically makes your character gonna be just boring.
Boring. Yeah.
It's like I always gotta win.
Yeah. Do you
And
think
then
he
he's
had
like-
that same contract in the WWE or WWE or F, www.com?
That dude's such a narcissist. I don't know how I came upon this, but it must have been a short or something. Where whenever he's kicking the shit out of someone, he's looking at himself in the jumbotron, just beating the shit out of someone.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, you gotta look at me. He's like, I'm just looking at myself being awesome.
Yeah. I did that too. I did that.
So
So
I'm not a fan.
Kevin Hart, I think
He was overexposed too.
Kevin Hart was overexposed. The fact that he was in like some romantic comedy, like he was in like 2 romantic comedies like a month from each other in theaters, it felt like. And then he was in that kind of more serious movie with Bryan Cranston where it was still a comedy,
Oh,
but
he's in the wheelchair.
yeah, Bryan Cranston's in the wheelchair, and he's like his caretaker or whatever. He was in with Will Ferrell in
Get
that
hard.
in that movie where Will Ferrell's going to go to prison, and then he's doing like back-to-back movies with The Rock, with Jumanji 1, 2,
yeah.
and then you have the CIA movie, the Counterintelligence or Central Intelligence, I think is what it was. They're probably not burning out from an acting perspective because there's not a lot being asked of them. It's like, hey, make kids laugh. Like, oh, easy.
Just be your dumb self for 2 hours.
Well, and I won't pretend like Kevin Hart doesn't have like talent as a comedian. He is funny.
Yeah, I was a
watch.
fan of his stand-up. I've just never been a fan of like any movie he's been in.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, don't forget Borderlands. He was in Borderlands movie.
did you watch that?
I'm trying to remember.
So
It
Borderlands.
came out last year.
Borderlands flopped really hard.
I knew it was gonna be shit from the day it was announced.
We did our conversation on it, and I had a family member reach out and be like, "Yeah, that was shit," because they went and saw it in theaters, and I was like, "What the? I didn't even realize you watched the show." It's like yeah. So they did Borderlands as a movie, as a live action film, and Kevin Hart played one of the sergeant in it or something.
Oh,
Roland.
So anyway, I think there is a way to overdo characters, and so back to the original point of Pedro Pascal. I think he's in a lot of things. I do think this will pull so much of his attention away. If he's doing Fantastic Four, then he's doing Doomsday, then he's doing another Fantastic Four.
Well, he's out on The Last of Us if they go by the game.
Right.
He dies.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert for Last of Us Season 2.
Yeah. Do you do that before the spoiler?
Yeah.
It's like,
how
Usually.
could you do that to me?
Because the game's been out for 5 years.
that's fair. We do that all the time, actually. We do.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah.
What is interesting is that we have Tom Holland is not making an appearance in Doomsday, or at least he's
that
not
we know of yet.
that we know of yet. Just a friendly reminder, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel if you are new. It is free. It's the best way to show your support and to help us grow. You can also always change your mind later. And if you haven't already, smash that like button to help us reach further out into that YouTube algorithm. Comment your thoughts on the video so far below. And if you haven't already, go check out the merch store. Links in the description. Got a lot of cool stuff in there. I think you guys are really going to enjoy. With that out of the way, let's get back to the video. But he would have been one to announce right away, and we do know that there's a Spider-Man 4 on inbound. So we know that there's another Spider-Man. He's not going anywhere in the Spider-Man universe, but the rumors around the Spider-Man 4 are that he's going to be in the Sony multiverse playing around with some of the other Sony villains, like that are going to be reappearing. So that's the rumor that we've been seeing about Spider-Man 4, is that he's not going to be playing directly in this Marvel universe.
What?
Yeah, so
Where'd you hear that?
so like I saw like 3 shorts that were like breaking that down, and they
Are
were
they just wishing?
well, I mean they were breaking it down.
'Cause
I
the
don't,
next movie, Mark Ruffalo and also John Bernthal are in it.
and like what does that have to do with
That's
Tom
Marvel,
Holland?
That's Marvel, not Sony.
And what does that again? What does that have to
He's
do
not
with Tom
even
Holland?
playing-
We're talking about Tom Holland Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom Holland Spider-Man is in the Marvel universe. He's not in the Sony universe.
Yes, but they are bouncing back and forth. Like the Venom has made an appearance in No Way Home, so
And
it's
that
like
did
it's
nothing.
moot. It's moot that like they don't. The fact that they are like they're not the same universe is moot because I'm telling you that what I've seen is that Tom Holland's Spider-Man is going to be visiting or interacting with the Sony universe, which has happened before. There's precedent. There's no reason to say that because Sony exists and Disney exists, they can't like
I'm just
collaborate.
saying that's not going to happen.
I mean, we'll see. You want to bet?
Yeah, actually, I'll put $100 on it.
All right, fair enough. $100.
All right.
What's the end of the bet? Like, what's the verbiage of the bet? That Tom Holland Spider-Man will not collaborate in a Sony project, or that's
Yes.
okay.
That he's not dealing with like the Sony shit that's been going on at all.
Okay, so like we already know Venom appears in Marvel. We already know that that's the thing. So I mean, like,
Yeah,
how do we
and-
caveat out for that?
And credits scene that equated to nothing. He was just there and he saw Spider-Man on the news or something.
Yeah, but then
And then in the next movie, he's just not there again.
well, you know that he left a portion of the symbiote in the Marvel universe. Did you watch the whole like end credit scene?
Yeah, but the writers and producers don't watch their own shit. They don't even know about that.
Well, an end credit scene only like the end credit scene is only irrelevant until it is relevant. Like that's like
Well, I think it goes right into the newest Venom movie. Like
Yeah.
the very start, he's going back and forth from that same place or
Right.
disappearing from the Endgame thing.
he keeps jumping around. That was
Yeah.
weird. That was weird to start off.
So I
that
think
way.
that's where, like, and almost immediately from leaving the Venom thing,
Mhm.
and then it goes right into that movie.
Okay, so just to clarify on the bet, and so like because that makes a lot of sense. I mean, that actually is they were jumping around a lot because of all of that. To clarify the bet, so even if Tom Holland's character interacts with Venom, I win.
In the next movie, we're not talking about anything
Oh.
pre-existing.
Well, yeah, in the next movie. Yeah, okay, fine. In the next movie, which we have a release
Wait,
date
wait.
for.
If he reacts or if he interacts with Tom Hardy's Venom.
What? No,
They can't just be Venom because then
Venom's still Sony IP.
it's a Marvel IP that Sony has current property over, but they can bounce back and forth.
That
They're
was my point. That was what I said. That was my same point.
Okay, I was thinking you're talking about the pre-existing Sony universe that they got going.
No.
Okay, then yeah, I totally agree with
Like
you.
I'm not thinking he's gonna go interact with who is it? Is it Franco and who plays like Harry Osborn? I'm not thinking he's gonna go interact with like the OG Tom.
I thought
like-
you said that he was going to be interacting with those Sony movies that they've been putting out since like 2017.
No. I think that Tom Holland's character will be visiting a Sony universe and interacting with property that Sony owns and has the rights to. That's what was broken down. I thought I did a good job of explaining that. Then you got lost.
I got lost in the weeds because you're calling it Sony, so it's like, I don't know.
I mean, I could call it half Sony, half Disney, but that would be confusing too.
Spider-Man's technically Sony too. Like all the Tom Holland movies are Sony movies.
Then I would have been guaranteed to have been right. I couldn't have been wrong. It would have been impossible for me to be wrong. It would have been
Sure looking like Jimmy won the bet.
yes, I fucking got you.
Drop $100. It's like, all right, nothing even happened. Here's $100.
I just win. Doesn't even have to be a
That was
Spider-Man
a
4.
misunderstanding. It's all clear.
All right. I mean, so, okay. But we do, as of right now, Tom Holland's absent from the announcement. There's a lot of other characters yet to be announced. So we have just a lot to look forward to as far as more announcements come. Is there anyone who we did not want to see in this upcoming film that is in there?
You got Black Panther's little sister being Black Panther.
Yeah.
You got Florence Pugh as the new Black Widow. She's also going to be in the Thunderbolts.
Oh, I don't want...
You have the Thunderbolts in this movie, is basically, because there's a lot of them.
Well,
I think all of them are.
The trailer for Thunderbolts actually looked like it could be good. Have you seen that yet?
It looks better than Captain America.
So we went and saw when we went and saw Captain America, we got introduced to the new Black Widow, and we saw the trailer in the previews that showed the Thunderbolts, which is another Marvel project that's upcoming. It should be soon, right? Is it April or is it this summer?
Thunderbolts?
I thought it was April.
Yeah, it's next month. I think fairly recent.
Or soon.
Soon.
Yeah, so the trailer looked good for that one. So we actually think that it has potential.
Okay.
So we'll have to see if that one holds up. But I don't want them in. I mean, this new Black Widow character, she's probably the only one I wouldn't want to see in there. I mean, Brie Larson's not coming back as Captain Marvel, right? She already is out.
I think she's out.
Unless they. So. Yeah, Captain Marvel, her contract expired. It doesn't look like she got re-signed yet.
May 2nd is when it comes out.
May 2nd. So yeah, we'll have to go. Maybe we'll do a review on that one.
Yeah, we'll probably end up seeing that one.
Yeah.
Well, we also got, I don't know if you guys remember him, Namor.
Yeah, I saw
Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. The dude with wings on his feet.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that guy.
So I didn't see that Black Panther film. I was told that it wasn't made for white people, so I decided to just.
You were supposed to buy a ticket and give it to a black person.
Well,
because they can't afford to go.
I might be white, but I'm still poor. So I bought a ticket in spirit, and then gave it to a black guy in spirit. That was my contribution to the cause.
Oh, the new Falcon's gonna be in it too.
Yeah. I mean, we need characters, and so
you don't need 40 fucking characters.
In an Avengers film, you do, because the Avengers is like canonically like you'd swarm like even in the comic book, in the comic books, the characters swarm the panels. Like I don't know if I've seen an Avengers comic that has like any panel that doesn't have 6 characters in a panel.
Yeah, but this is a movie.
Yeah, but
you're going to be jumping through like 20 different plot lines with all these characters.
Well, we have precedent for it. I mean,
that was 10 years of build up with Infinity War, so it worked out.
Now we got 15 years of build up.
No, this is just a cold open because none of the original Avengers, except for Chris and
RDJ.
RDJ's not even playing Iron Man.
Anthony Mackie.
We got Simu Liu in it too.
So a lot of good people
from Shang-Chi.
I heard good things about Shang-Chi.
I actually liked that movie. Yeah,
I heard horrible things about Shang-Chi.
Well, what did you like about it though? Like, what was it? I mean, was it the fight scenes? Because I a little bit of what I saw with the fight scenes looked kind of cool. I didn't check it out myself.
I thought that girl was funny. I can't remember her name.
Aquafina?
Is that her name?
Yeah, that's her fucking name.
Oh, that's right.
The water?
Yeah,
Her name is the Water. Right.
Wow. Yeah. So
I think
like her
names.
name, I think she's pretty funny.
Any what about is there anything in the story that stands out? I mean, what's the connection to the Marvel like universe for Shang-Chi as far as like
Well, that's just it. I haven't found the connection yet, but like it, I just kind of enjoyed the movie. It was simple. It was one guy, and I liked his story.
okay.
Yeah, and then I don't know. His dad came around. Can I spoil that? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shang-Chi.
we don't
years
give a fuck.
years you're good.
You
Yeah.
know, his dad at the end coming out, and then like,
Came out as
When-
gay.
well, the idiot let out a big demon monster, dragon or something.
Those Asians and their dragons.
Yeah, and then
when will they learn?
in his last call, he decides, "Oh, I'm going to be a good guy." Gives his kid the rings, and then dies.
Oh damn! It's like, that's almost like the ultimate sacrifice, kind of. No,
Yeah.
not really.
I just kind of liked it. I like movies like that with karate type fighting.
Karate.
Judo chop.
Yeah,
Kung fu movies.
So like Austin Powers, like the goat, right?
the best.
karate.
Chop. Judo chop.
Yeah. So that's I think pretty much everything we've got from Marvel, right? I mean, that's it. There's a 5-hour announcement.
Yeah.
We got a lot of the people's names out.
I mean, this just has the potential to be slightly better than anything they've been putting out for years.
Who are you guys most excited to see on it?
I think the same person I'm excited to see is the same person I'm not excited to see. RDJ, Robert Downey Jr. He was right.
Well,
There
you'll
is
see him in the end credits scene of Fantastic Four.
fair enough.
So
Well, but, like, I saw a storyline in a YouTube short about a Doctor Doom that that interacts with Tony Stark. So I've seen something. I think what they're pulling the inspiration from for this like story. I've if I understand it correctly, that's kind of what I've seen.
it's all alternate universe crap.
Yeah. So
yeah.
And he's only going to be in this movie, and I think he might be in Secret War. But
Okay.
otherwise, he's not going to be playing Doom going forward.
And rightfully so. I mean, like, you can't just
well, he's
kill
old
a guy
and
off.
very expensive.
well the
Yeah, that makes
storyline
sense.
the storyline that sounds to me like what they're gonna do is that Robert Downey Jr. playing Tony Stark, that same person in this alternate universe is now Van Doom or Von Doom. What's his first name? Victor Von Doom. Sorry.
It's
Vic-
Doctor.
Well, it's Victor. It's Victor Von Doom. So that's Tony Stark's character. Victor goes to the same university as Tony Stark in this new universe, and then he takes on Tony Stark as like they collaborate together, and then Doom takes over Stark Industries and takes over all of the Iron Man suits and makes them into drones, and basically now is Victor Von Doom, but he also has all of Tony Stark's shit. So that's the storyline that I heard that was that sounded like it was logical for how they were going to bring Tony Stark's
Yeah, that makes
character
sense.
into Victor Von Doom. So I mean, if it is that storyline, we could see something kind of dark play out from it. I could be kind of sold on a storyline like that. But again, Robert Downey Jr. was right when he was talking to Joe Rogan. He's like, I do feel a little bit like everything we got from Endgame as far as like emotional payoff or like consequences for the story are all being taken away and set back. And I'm not a fan of that. I feel like if you have a consequence, multiverse gives you an opportunity to like just to take it away. I don't like that for storytelling. And from a storytelling perspective,
A death should have meaning.
that's what yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. That's the best way to summarize it.
Well put.
Yep.
But you know how much they paid RDJ to get him back?
I can
Money should have more
imagine.
meaning than death.
Yeah.
Money beats death.
How much was it?
So, just in the budget for this next movie, it's already up to $100 million just for getting RDJ back.
Wow.
Holy shit.
But I think it's also for the next movie, so it might just be like 50-50, but still.
Well, I mean, was it 20 million or 30 million?
I think it's 20 for the Russos.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's
Get the
making,
Russo brothers back.
yeah, so
The
the
directors.
big money's big money.
Yeah, and then you already got 27 cast members announced. How much are they getting paid? It's
All
going to be like the most expensive movie ever made.
all of this is way too much money. I mean, we had, I mean,
You
what did,
have to make $2 billion.
Yeah.
Do that.
well, did Endgame break 2 billion or did
I
it get
think
like 1.5?
They kept on re-releasing it in theaters, so I don't really remember.
Is that because of COVID?
No,
No.
it was right before COVID.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. So we got, yeah, it was the last big blockbuster I think we did get before COVID.
Gotcha.
if I'm remembering correctly. And everything was like, it beat the Titanic. And I'm just like, yeah, I mean, adjusted for inflation, a lot of movies beat the Titanic.
Good point.
The hell does that even mean?
It's far less of an accolade than it used to be. I mean, Deadpool, Wolverine, nuked it.
Yeah.
I think Barbie even beat the Titanic. If I'm remembering, if I think the numbers are correct, I could be wrong on that one, but I'm pretty sure that's right.
Off topic, but I did like that movie.
I didn't.
Barbie?
We went and
Yeah.
saw and did a review for Oppenheimer instead. But that whole weekend, that whole cinematic run, Barbie took a lot from Oppenheimer, but I am wondering, I mean, was Barbie made for kids or was it made for like adults who grew up with Barbies? Because those are two different categories of people. So I mean,
I think it was like a young adult kind of movie.
okay, fair enough.
But Endgame made 7.8 or 6. Jesus Christ,
7 billion?
2.8 billion.
Whoa,
Yeah,
that's impressive. It's good money.
for being re-released a bunch of times.
Back to Barbie real quick. Did you feel your toxic masculinity fade away while you were watching the film? Did you feel the ghost of like Andrew Tate leave your body?
Nah, when you got Margot Robbie up there as the star,
You just hope they don't see what's going on under the blanket.
My,
you're not worrying about yourself.
my testosterone was pumping.
No, her and Ryan Gosling were funny together. I
can
didn't know Ryan Gosling was that funny. Like, I think he's actually hilarious.
Dude, you gotta check out the knockout.
The Notebook.
No,
Bro, you gotta get in on this movie. It's a banger. It's called The Notebook.
it's fucking hilarious.
Bro, my gains. My gains.
It was like the Knockdown guys or something. Not Ryan Reynolds.
Oh.
Fucking son of a bitch.
Roadhouse.
No.
Oh,
With
I really thought I was on to something with Roadhouse because that's.
All right,
Is
give
that
me-
Ryan Gosling?
Give me a second here.
Is that Jake Gyllenhaal?
That was Jake Gyllenhaal.
Damn it! I always get those two.
I'm blanking on names and movies right now.
Yeah, you are. You're dropping the ball, man. Piece of shit. You suck.
You suck.
You suck. Nerd.
Is it that one
Nice
where he
Guys.
fights Chris Evans? Oh,
The Nice Guys.
Nice Guys.
With Russell Crowe.
Oh.
That's a fucking hilarious movie.
yeah, that was good.
I tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life.